Hey guys, welcome to Decide You're Awesome. It's been a long time since I've made a last video. This is the first one of 2011, so welcome. I'm going to answer a few questions, so let's get started. This next email is from Leanne, and Leanne says, Dear Ross, I'm Leanne. Hi Leanne. And I've liked this guy I walk to school with every day for ages, and I told him and he accepted the fact that I like him. It's a lot of words. The thing is, he hardly ever replies to my emails or texts, and when we leave school, I don't think I'll ever see him because he wants to go to the Navy. I really like him and I don't want to lose contact with him. I'm scared that I will. What should I do? Well, the fact that he doesn't respond to your texts or calls, it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, a lot of people can blow that out of proportion and put a ton of meaning behind him not calling back. But if you think of all the reasons why you haven't returned someone's call in the past, there are billions of them. There are absolutely billions of reasons that you could choose to associate with it. So why rack your brain? Why ruin yourself by doing that? As for maybe him going to the Navy and you're worried that you're going to lose contact with him, with the internet there's an infinite amount of ways that you can keep in touch with someone. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. However, I want you to take a look at this from his point of view. You know, there's someone, if he hasn't expressed back to you that he likes you and he just wants to be your friend, you might need to respect that, because you can't go changing people. They are the way they are and you are the way that you are. So there is a way to coexist with you liking him and him not liking you, but I think you need to look at it from his point of view and see if maybe what I'm doing is something that is making him not want to be in touch with me anymore. You could really still be true to yourself, but also be respectful of how he feels. I got a lot of questions from people regarding something that's going on with their friends. And, you know, if it's going on with your friend, it's not going on with you. And I think that's a really important distinction to make. If something's going on with your friend, the best thing you could do, really the only thing you can do, is be there for them, because you can't help people that don't want to be helped. They have to ask you for help. So you could remind them, hey, I'm here if you ever need anything. But their problems are not your problems unless they invite you into them. And if they haven't done that yet, like, I understand you care about them, but you just need to respect that they're dealing with that right now. So I want to get back to why I haven't been making these a whole lot. I've been really concentrating on making more of my comedy videos. It's what I'm really passionate about. It's what I love to do. I really love to make people laugh. And while this is great and I love how much it helps everybody, it's just not where my heart is right now. And I'd like to swing by here and make a few more of these, but I don't want to let this project die, because a lot of people are being helped by this. And I think it's time that I find someone else that could participate in Decide You're Awesome and maybe take the reins and make this their thing as well. So I'm turning to you guys, the awesomest of the awesome, the people that want to be involved in this. If you think that you can get on camera and give advice to people that helps them and reminds them that they're great just as they are, and they don't need to be insecure about anything, and that they could just really just be present in their own life. So with that, I turn to you. I would like to see some submission videos from you guys. The first thing that you need to do when you're doing these, you need to remember that you're not a psychologist, unless you are a psychologist. In that case, I ask you to put that aside, because we're not trying to psychoanalyze people here. We're really just reminding them that they're great with who they are, and that they should feel empowered coming from here and totally in control of their own life, no matter what the circumstances are. When I give advice to people, I really try and see it from their perspective and feel what they're feeling, but at the same time reminding them that they don't need to impress anybody, that they're great alone. Like, really, it's so basic. I could just sit down with everybody and say, you're awesome for these reasons. This thing that you're worrying about doesn't really matter because you're awesome. Like that's all the advice that I give. It really helps to put a name to it, to talk directly to someone, and let them know that people are listening and that people do care. I want people with personalities that could really put their personality into this. It should be different. You shouldn't be monotone. You should be, I mean, like, I'm a little bit monotone sometimes, but you shouldn't be monotone. You should be expressing yourself through this. Like, I really try and put a lot of myself into this so that you guys know who I am and it feels like you're talking to a real person. I think that's really important. So here's what I ask. I'm going to read you guys a question that was sent in to Decide You're Awesome, and I would love to hear your responses. And this is how I'm going to choose people to take on this project. So this question comes from Elizabeth, and Elizabeth says, how do I become more comfortable with myself? I have acne, and it's not terrible, but it still bothers me. I work at a daycare, and one of the kids there asked me if I had chickenpox. When I said no, she asked me what was on my face, had red spots. I know that kids say some mean things, and it's not their fault, but it really made me feel awful about myself. So, I'm not going to answer this one. I leave this up to you. I want you to post a video response, if you want to take on Decide You're Awesome, to Elizabeth. Let her know why she's awesome, even in the wake of this. So, best of luck to you guys.